I'll do my very best.
Nice to meet you.
Alright, I'll let you handle the dud, Yuki.
Hey, don't say things like that.
I'm Tatsuya Hagiwara. After spending 3 years as a shut-in following college graduation, I finally got a job at a mid-sized game company.
I'll do my very best.
My fellow mid-career hire, Mio Makishi, is bowing furiously like a bobblehead. Nice to meet you. Following her lead, I bowed my head slightly too. I started to feel intimidated right away, but judging by her behavior, Mio seems to be socially awkward too. I feel a slight sense of kinship, not that it really matters though. Those two over there look like social butterflies. Standing before us are our future bosses, the dashing beauty, Yuki Tamari, and the nervous-looking man, Genga Fujiishi. Definitely the type I'm bad with.
Mio, you're transferring from within the industry, right? I'm expecting you to be an immediate asset.
And Tatsuya, the department manager told me. He has the technical skills but no social experience, so take care of him.
Yeah, I'm a shut-in.
Congratulations on escaping the shut-in life. That's amazing. I hear taking that first step is really hard.
After an awkward silence, they started clapping with unnatural enthusiasm. I expected them to be creeped out, but I didn't expect this kind of reaction. Damn it, the situation is so bugged. Is this Evangelion? My face twitches involuntarily. It's because glitchy people like these social butterflies exist that people like us feel so out of place. It's just like programming. Life is full of bugs. Since dealing with that is pain, I became a shut-in. And yet, Shoichi had to go and... The face of my inseparable friend since high school, Shoichi Takatsu, flashes through my mind.
Tatsuya, come join my company.
Huh? Why?
You said you owe me one back then, right? Consider this repaying that debt, okay?
But still, me joining the same company as you won't help anything. I'm a hardcore shut-in after all.
True. It'll be tough if you stay socially awkward, so get properly trained. Learn how to interact with people. If you do that, I'll consider our debt settled.
So, that's the bitter, painful reason why I reluctantly joined this company.
Alright, I'll let you handle the dud, Yuki.
Hey, don't say things like that.
Well, he's a bug, isn't he? We're already short on hands, and then we get this assignment.
Oh, I thought? It seems Genga sees things similarly to me. Socially awkward and social butterfly. The directions are opposite, but we both see each other as bugs. Bugs and specifications can change depending on your perspective. Nice to meet you.
Ugh.
I felt some kinship in trying to be friendly, but he made a disgusted face. Well, I guess that's how it is. I'm not frustrated at all. Nope.
Mio, I want you to start working right away. Ask me if you don't understand something.
Yes, sir. Okay, Tatsuya, I'll be your mentor. I'm going to start by teaching you basic social skills. Though since we're in the dev department, you don't have to worry about it too much.
And thus, my peace was shattered, and my glitchy corporate life began.
Well, first up is business manners. But that outfit is a problem, right?
Immediately after moving to the meeting room, Yuki started lecturing me. Huh? I thought the dress code was flexible.
Since you're a programmer, I won't say it's strictly forbidden, but you should at least stick to business casual. I mean, why a jersey?
I can sleep in it, and it's comfortable.
Also, honorifics. Can you use proper polite language?
I doth speak it somewhat.
That is not modern polite language.
Nay, I expected not this.
Ugh, don't be shocked in archaic language either. Fine, I'll teach you from zero.
Time flew by in the blink of an eye, and it was lunch break. The 4 of us from the team headed to the cafeteria together.
But wait a second. Tatsuya, where are you going?
I thought the shadow of that pillar over there looked like a comfortable spot to eat.
No way. Lunch is part of communication, so today we're all eating together.
But it's break time.
That's a valid point, but this is practice too. I heard you have technical skills, Tatsuya. Did you study at a university?
Oh no, I mostly taught myself and made indie games.
I see. So you were an indie game creator.
But since I was alone, this is the first time I've done collaborative work with others. Having been grilled by her all morning alone, I found myself able to speak relatively normal as long as I didn't make eye contact. The moment my eyes shifted from Yuki and met Mio's, she smiled at me. Even though we're both socially awkward, that was quite destructive.
Tatsuya, you're not good at communication, right? Actually, me neither. Let's do our best together.
Socially awkward, huh? It's an occupational hazard for programmers, but you seem pretty extreme, Tatsuya.
Whoa, he dropped the honorifics immediately. That distance. Well, I don't really talk to people much.
Anyway, I'm the team leader. As long as you don't drag us down, I won't complain. Just as I thought from my first impression, he's gloomy and looks bad at socializing. Or maybe he just hates it. Either way, he's useless.
I felt like Ginga was thinking something rude about me. A few days later, the classroom training that wore down my nerves finally ended.
Okay, starting today is OJT. Since you're experienced, can you try implementing this?
Saying that, Yuki handed me a few pages of a simple-looking specification document.
If there's anything you don't understand, feel free to come ask me.
Looking at it, I felt something was off, but oh well. I can finally get back to PC work, no complaints here. 30 minutes later, I was back at Yuki's desk.
Oh? Did you have a question?
No, I'm finished.
Huh? Wait, really?
The spec had a bug that would cause issues in edge cases, so I tweaked it a bit.
What do you mean? Let me see the code. It works perfectly. Actually, the glitch you pointed out was definitely in the specs. I'm sorry, honestly, I underestimated you. Tatsuya, your skills are definitely instant asset level. But, if you find a problem in the specs, please don't just fix it on your own. Report it to me first. Remember what I taught you? Ho, ren, so. Report, communicate, consult. We'll decide whether to fix it after consulting.
Do I have to consult every time for something that takes less than 30 minutes? If I already know the problem and the solution, consulting feels like a waste to me. While I was being lectured on the importance of reporting, the department manager suddenly came running over.
I'm sorry, we have a bad situation. A game-breaking bug was found by the testing team.
What? Isn't that an S-rank bug? Why wasn't something like that discovered until now?
It seems reproducibility wasn't established until now, and it was confused with a different bug.
Damn it, we have to submit to the publisher by tomorrow.
Can I see the code for a second? Intrigued by the urgency of the situation, I found myself asking Ginga.
Huh? What are you saying?
No, it's fine. Let Tatsuya touch it.
But fine.
I see. The exception handling here is causing a memory leak. In that case, maybe this.
Hey, if it worked that easily, we wouldn't be struck.
No way. The crash from earlier isn't happening anymore.
Huh? Are you serious?
Now we just need to test for regression due to mutual dependencies. Do we have time?
That part is fine. The test team is on standby, ready for overtime?
The manager left looking delighted. Meanwhile, I was surrounded by team members looking at me with intense eyes.
That's amazing! I knew you were capable from the spec sheet incident, but I didn't think you were this good. It was like magic! How did you identify the cause so easily just now?
It tickles. I've received plenty of praise online before, but this feels somewhat different. Well... I involuntarily laughed to cover up my embarrassment and let my gaze wander, not knowing where to look.
You've gotta be kidding me. His very existence is a massive bug.
I might have been imagining it, but I felt like I saw a gloomy light, much like my own, in Ginga's eyes as he stared at me. A month passed, and through OJT, I mastered the general work procedures.
Your issue is reporting and consulting, Tatsuya. You're used to solo development, so it might be better to overdo it a little.
I also started to understand the team's position within the company. This company used to only manage outsourcing and didn't do in-house development. Amidst that, an in-house development project was launched, and this team was formed.
OJT is over, so I think the team leader Ginga will start assigning you work soon.
After that, actual work was assigned to me immediately.
Tatsuya, I want you to focus exclusively on code review for a while.
Code review. It's the process of systematically inspecting code written by others to improve quality.
I want you to get rid of your bad habits from solo development through this work. That's the pretext. I'm actually shoving you into a position where it's hard to get credit.
I see. The reviewer learns a lot too, and it's something I can't do alone, so I'm interested. Understood. I'll do my best. Come to think of it, the code of yours I saw during the bug fix a month ago was quite clean, Ginga. If it's like that, I might find hardly any issues during the review.
Excuse me?
I intended it as a compliment, but apparently it got on his nerves. Uh-oh, did I mess up my wording?
Don't screw with me, you gloomy antisocial jerk! Just because you have some skill, who do you think you are?
As soon as he shouted, Ginga slammed the table violently. Startled, I leaned back and fell off my chair. Then, as my hand hit the floor, a nasty sound echoed. Ouch! I couldn't support my body and collapsed right there.
It's a so-called Collis fracture. It broke cleanly, so I think it will heal completely with just fixation treatment. Depending on how stress is applied, the wrist can break quite easily.
I was sent to the hospital immediately. I heard a nasty sound, but I didn't think I'd actually broken a bone, so I just stared at my wrist blankly. A fracture.
Is this your first fracture? Don't worry, there won't be any lasting effects.
Tatsuya, are you okay?
When I left the exam room, I saw Ginga, the manager, and Shoichi. Ginga is the one who brought me to the hospital, and I get why the manager is here, but why is Shoichi here? Yeah, it's nothing major. More importantly, why... Without thinking, I asked the manager, not him, why Shoichi was there. She then began to explain the sequence of events with an indescribable expression. The manager and Shoichi apparently came from the company together just for this. Word even reached Shoichi, who's connected to my employment via the manager.
What do you mean Tatsuya got hurt?
Tatsuya? Oh, you mean Hagiwara. Wait, why are you here, Mr. Takatsu?
Because I'm the one who headhunted him for the company, and I'm Tatsuya's best friend.
Huh?
Hagiwara was Takatsu recruit?
Yeah, he's my recruit. But let's put that aside for now. Are you the one who hurt him?
Actually, Shoichi is a promising talent in HR. The reason he could recruit me is that he's expected to be the ace of the HR department in the future.
No, it's not like I hurt him.
If you didn't do it, how did he end up with a fracture? That's not an injury you get doing office work.
Wait, I really didn't do it. I was having a work interview with Hagiwara, and he just fell off his chair.
There's testimony that you were shouting loudly during that interview.
That was because he said something that got on my nerves.
So you resorted to violence? Sure, he's socially awkward, but he's not the type of guy to do something malicious.
I told you, that's not it.
Now, calm down, both of you.
Besides, aren't you the team leader? We brought in talent because we were short-staffed and the numbers weren't going up. You can't utilize him properly, and on top of that, you shout at him? What kind of judgment is that? Did you call yourself a manager? Go retake your training. As HR, I'm disappointed. This might change how the company views you. When I heard you got hurt, I couldn't sit still.
So, apparently, it went something like that. Since he's my best friend, I can vividly imagine Shoichi doing that, and the corners of my mouth twitch.
But Tatsuya, for something you say is nothing major, that looks like some heavy equipment.
True. I'm also curious about how it came to that.
Well, I just got surprised and fell. So it was just a normal accident. Since it broke cleanly, the wrist should heal in 2 or 3 months.
What? You mean it's actually broken? That's definitely something major.
I hadn't imagined he'd panic this much. I thought he'd laugh it off, so I stared blankly.
Hands are a programmer's life, right? Just losing the use of one finger is tough, but a wrist.
It's true my efficiency will drop, but it's not like I can't write code. Besides, it'll heal properly.
But still. There was the company's request for talent, but I also wanted you to gain some social skills, Tatsuya. I thought if you did, your naive and precarious nature would improve a bit. That's why I headhunted you.
I see. It seems that incident worried Shoichi more than I realized.
I didn't want you to go through something terrible. I'm sorry, Tatsuya. Just because I forced you into the company. If it's gonna be like this, you can just quit.
Shoichi. I'm grateful to you, Shoichi. Sure, I was reluctant at first about repaying the debt, but now I'm glad I came to this company. I, who didn't understand the value of interacting with people in real life at all, learned the joy of being praised. I learned that doing things with others creates a sense of achievement that you can't get alone. Honestly, part of me stayed a shut-in because I hated generating bugs.
Tatsuya.
Bugs are cool, so this is what a fracture feels like. Interesting.
Tatsuya?
I realized something. I never would have experienced this fracture without a bug. In other words, aren't bugs actually really interesting? The real world is so much fun. My wrist is like this, but what happens if I break my leg? I'm kinda interested in crutches.
Tatsuya?
Ah, this is exciting. When was the last time my heart raced like this? Alright, first I'll program in this state, then cooking, taking a bath.
Stop it, you idiot! Absolute rest! I'm sorry, Tatsuya, I was wrong! Tatsuya!
Shoichi's screams echo through the hospital. Since that day, for some reason, Shoichi started coming over to stay at my house, wanted to take care of me like a mother. And as for me after that, honestly, writing code with one hand is pretty tough. It's not impossible, but it takes a lot longer. But even so, I was excited, because
I can't believe there's a coding method like that.
since I can't use both hands, I can try a different method. Reviewing everyone's code was a decent amount of work, but I finished it quickly using voice input. Since that left me with plenty of spare time, I got Yuki to give me some new implementation work and finished it happily in an instant.
Implementing a third-person camera control system in 3D space using quarter neurons.
My idea was to combine generative AI and voice input to generate code with almost no typing. I came up with it at the hospital the other day. Generate it roughly, refine it in detail, and finally check it and its production quality.
Amazing! Doesn't this mean the possibilities for people born with hand disabilities to become programmers just expanded? There's the hurdle of how to internalize the knowledge, but yes, it does. You're amazing, Tatsuya. You really are a genius.
I know.
By the way, Shoichi has been showing up frequently since then. After this, he was forcibly dragged back to the HR department by Yuki. Being praised and needed by someone, just that makes the world look brighter. For the past week, I've been enjoying every day. Just as I was thinking about the next job, Mio spoke to me timidly.
Excuse me. Actually, I have something I don't understand.
Sure, but what about Genga?
Well, he seems kind of irritated and hard to talk to.
Looking over, Genga was shaking his leg nervously and emitting an unapproachable aura. Putting aside a socially awkward guy like me who can't read the room, he might indeed be tough for Mio.
I thought my peaceful environment was secured.
Alright, I'll teach you.
Thank you very much.
Hearing Mio's cheerful voice, I felt like Genga's aura expanded even more. 2 hours after that incident,
Huh? What is this?
I, working happily, reacted to Genga's voice, who was still dragging his irritation from earlier. On his PC screen, a 3D model made by an outsourcer was distorted.
Damn it, another exchange with the outsourcer?
The 3D data has collapsed, but this can be fixed immediately. I grabbed his mouth with my left hand and manipulated the model a bit. In no time, the distortion of the 3D model was fixed.
What are you? How do you know 3D stuff too?
I was developing games alone for a long time, so I ended up learning how to do everything.
So you were a multi-creator. That's amazing. Come to think of it, I never asked. What were you developing?
Yuki and Mio, surprised by Genga's shout, turned around and asked me. You might know it, but a game commonly called $1 Craft.
No way! I know that! It's the crafting game that sold 1 million copies worldwide, right? 1 million copies? If it's $1 per copy, that's 150 million yen.
But 30% disappears in platform fees. And 50% of the remainder is taken in taxes, so I was left with about 50 million. Actually, it's embarrassing, but I had never done a tax return before, so I relied on Shoichi. The favor Shoichi mentioned was about this. He used that debt to force me into employment, but looking back now, I feel like this was for the best.
A genius developer? A million-seller hit with 50 million in take-home pay? I've never seen such a bugged guy. What the hell are you? This team is full of bugs because you're here.
Genga didn't seem to like me for some reason, but I finally understood. He, like me, hates bugs in real life. That's why he didn't like me. Someone who always acts unexpectedly. It's true that for us programmers, bugs are unforgivable. I hated bugs too. That's why I became a shut-in and lived a life where bugs wouldn't happen. But even if you think you've removed them all, bugs are omnipresent, aren't they? I recently realized it's better to just treat minor bugs as specifications and enjoy them. Besides, code and real life are different things. Maybe life is fun because there are bugs.
You're no mild bug.
When I spoke of the realization I gained for the first time after getting a job, Genga collapsed on the spot for some reason. After that, it was exposed to the higher-ups that the instruction to focus exclusively on code review was intended to suppress me. Combined with Shoichi's report, Genga was demoted from team leader, and Yuki took his place.
If Hagiwara is a genius, why didn't you tell me beforehand?
Because if I told the team, expectations would have ballooned. I judged it best to keep it a secret since he's socially awkward.
By the way, the one who realized it was for suppression was the manager. Apparently, Genga had been showing his true colors since a little before I joined, so she was keeping an eye on him. Meanwhile, my fracture healed, and I was working hard on new development at the company, which had become my place.
Tatsuya, sorry, but could I ask you to check and fix the 3D data coming from the outsourcer too?
Yes, leave it to me. My social awkwardness hasn't been completely wiped away, but now I don't retreat into myself. Society is full of different people, And because their interactions trigger bugs, there is unexpected fun.
By the way, want to go to an izakaya on the way home today? I can give you a new experience. I'll go too.
At Mio's interception, Yuki clicked her tongue slightly for some reason.
More importantly, Tatsuya, about the implementation you taught me yesterday, I have a question.
Mio is very eager to learn. Now she throws questions at me almost every day in her spare time. For a moment, I felt like Yuki and Mio's gazes crossed and sparks flew.
But with this team, the project will surely succeed.
I was supposed to lead the project.
Grumbling alone behind us is Ginga. He's been quieter since the demotion. Ginga, do you want to go to the izakaya with us?
Are you an idiot? I have malice towards you, you know.
Yes, so I'm excited that I might have another new experience.
Give me a break already.
Hey, Tatsuya, you're bothering him again. Mom told you not to get involved with bad people.
Tatsuya, let's have a more fun new experience with me. I will. I'll do it with Tatsuya.
There are no game-breaking S-bugs in life. In that case, shouldn't we just interpret most bugs as specifications and enjoy them? It's definitely a waste to stay in your shell and miss out on opportunities.
Aw, Brittany here. I really liked this episode. For those of us with social anxiety, it can be really hard, but just getting yourself out the door and going to do something can make you feel so much better. So give it a try. All right, see you soon. Bye.